Alright, we are back. Uh, my friend, finally needed to go to the hospital here for a problem. Not terribly unexpected. But it's alright. They'll get it sorted out. So, anyway, when they get it sorted out, they get it sorted out. It's, same old for her, I think. It looks exactly the same, so they'll get it straightened out. Just a long day. But anyway, I'm done with the wiring and I'm done with cable management here. Cable management is easy and hard. The case pretty much determines what you can do with the wiring, I hate to say. Some cases, make it easier to do cable management. Some don't. This is one that makes it harder to do cable management. Simply because it's a cube case and it looks big, but it's not really big. It has a lot of volume on the inside, but since it's a dual chamber design, there's, you get basically a 70-30 split on these cases for the dual chamber designs. That's the only drawback. The nice thing about it is these dual chamber designs is all the hardware you really want to see, is up front, and the stuff you don't need to see, is in the back where you can just hide it. And that's pretty much what we did here, okay? There are a few things here to say about this, and I will take a little zoom in on this for you, okay? So we'll zoom in here as best we can, and we'll just start with this. Yeah, we'll start with this. This here is the power cable that comes off the fans for the push-pull configuration on the radiator. You won't see this when it's in the case. It will be completely hidden. It'll blend right in with the black cable here on the hose. So that's perfectly fine. You will not even notice this at all. Or at least you shouldn't. If it's noticeable, I can just run some dull black tape over it. Not a big deal. So that's how I solved that problem, The idea is to try to hide the wiring as much as you can here. So on the one hose radiator, I got, the fan power cables, kind of wrapped around it and kind of hiding around it and behind it. You'll never see it. It's not a big deal. So, good enough, Down here, this is a bigger problem here. There was nowhere to hide these. Because of the design of the case, where the motherboard went and the amount of room and the length of the cables, what I had to do is I had to kind of snake them on the bottom here as best as I could. And that's actually okay because I put the window in, you're never going to see those cables. Believe me, I test fitted it just to make sure you're never going to see these cables on the bottom. So we're good there. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. Now, unfortunately, there are cables that you can do nothing about, okay? These cables here that come off the front panel connectors, you can hide them, you won't see them through the window, but if you get, just the right angle looking in, you'll be able to see these. But the window, won't let you see, that part. So that's actually okay. It's just going to let you see the hardware. So it actually works out just fine. The only concern about having these cables directly in front of the fan is you might cut some of the airflow down. Not a whole lot, but it shouldn't be a big deal. It's 117 cubic feet per minute fan, so 117 cubic feet per minute. Yeah, a couple cables are not going to really affect it that much in front of the fan. So I'm happy. I'm alright with that. You will never see these when you have the case closed. You'll not even know they're there. The big 24 pin, there's not a whole lot you can do about that. I may put some black tape over this if I'm really annoyed by the spaghetti color here. They call it spaghetti color. It's multicolored. If I'm really annoyed by that, I may put some black tape over it to may help blend in, but, you know, I'm okay with it. It's fine. You know, not a big deal. Mainly because that window, it's going to mostly block off, you know, most of the cable. So I'm not even going to really see that, you know. So you got to think, because about here is where it's going to block the view. So you're really not going to see that at all. So, you know, it's fine. You know, it's fine. That's fine. This case was mostly a joy to work with. I would recommend anybody that needs to do the Anities case, cube case. Just remember, it is a cube case. It is dual chamber, so there are some design compromises to be made. The only bad thing I found was back here when I tried to. Where is my camera? Okay. When I tried to put the push-pull configuration in there. The air grate on it was, as you know, going that away, going outward, and the screw holes were going inward. Oh no. That's bad. And my screws were not long enough. So I'm going to forever have to live with my jury rig, you know, make it look, you know, halfway decent, you know, from what I had. It'll never be the same, but, you know, I'm going to shove this against the wall, never look at it until I replace this computer again. So, you know, hey, I don't care. You know. Sometimes you just have to know when you've done enough, and that's just the end of it. You know, when it comes to, you know, this right here, you know, provided you don't look too carefully or too closely, you know, you're going to assume it's just a black plastic part of the case fan. It's not a big deal, not at all. All right, let's see here. With my friend in the hospital, I was able to put a DVD drive in, as you can see. That's sitting in there nicely. This wasn't a problem either, so it all worked out just fine. You know, not a big deal at all. So that's in. And yeah, if you think the camera's a little crooked, it is, because it moved on the box I had it sitting on. But, you know, it should be level. It's not. I'm not sure if I want to mess with this either. Okay, there we go. It's level. So as you can see, alright, now, because of the design of what I put in here, and not realizing this thing only had 3 USB ports on the motherboard, what I had to do is I had to make a design choice here. So the only ones that are working here are USB 3.0 as far as the USB goes. Everything else is working here, but not USB 3.0. So that's kind of, you know, sad, but, you know, it is what it is. So I'm not too worried about it. So, you know, good enough, you know. The reason for that is because the RGB on my water block here kind of, you know, made me choose, you know, do I want, you know, the logo that says Corsair here, or do I want, you know, all 4 functioning USB? I got USB on the back. It's not a big deal. As long as I got at least 2 in the front, I'm good. Because all I need it for is, you know, just to plug my, you know, cell phone in so I can, you know, download movies I shoot with a group. You know, it's fine. I'm not worried about it. Okay, now for the back. The smaller the case, the more difficult this is going to be when it comes to cable management. The idea of cable management entirely is to hide things, okay? Now, in this case here, there's not a whole lot of places you can hide because it's a dual chamber. You've got this big hard drive here, big hard drive, enclosure up here, which eats a lot of room, so you can't hide stuff back there. You got, the power supply unit down here that eats a lot of room, so that's like half the room gone. But I did snake the cable around underneath, and then I tied it off down here, so it's okay. And I used a whole bunch of, zip ties. No one's going to see it, because, who's going to open the back of my case, seriously. So, I'm fine with it, So, that's the end of it. And when I get this thing fully up and running, then I will, show you what it looks like with all the lights and everything up and running. So, okay, and that's it. Bye.